welcome to season 2 of the Cricket Casuals podcast. I'm Adam. I'm here with John, Aidan, and Mutz, and we're here to talk about all your cricket needs. We are back for season 2. Thank you so much for all your support from last season. This season is going to be a little bit different. We're going to run with a lot of guests. So for the rest of this season, there'll be a different guest on each episode. This time it's just us four, unfortunately, but we are going to have to start with the worst news imaginable, and that is Australia have won the Cricket World Cup. It is devastating, perhaps marginally less devastating than India winning the Cricket World Cup. Devastating on that.
Oh dear.
What are your reactions, boys?
It's done. That's my first thing. It's all done and dusted, isn't it now?
It's finally over.
Seems to have gone on what feels like an eternity, and I think for me, on a separate note, I think the format needs to change a bit, and it's not just because England have been crap this year in it, because they have. I think it just needs to be changed a little bit. Maybe even if it's the same format, but have 2 games on the same day or whatever, a bit more, just to condense
when did it
start? A little bit more.
Did it start in September?
I don't know. It just seems to be.
I think it started. It started a long time ago in a galaxy
about
far
8
away.
Weeks, they said, didn't they? They said it's 8 weeks of cricket. So,
well, it was a strange thing to start with. It wasn't an India game to start with. Was it the England game where it was like an empty stadium? It was
England, New Zealand. Nobody there.
So, it was a cracking way to open.
Was it in the 130,000 seater stadium and barely anybody was there to start with? I know it filled up as it went on, but
it was in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
and they didn't sell any, they didn't release any tickets till 2 weeks before. So not many international fans were going because they didn't know if they were going to get tickets or anything like that. It was just really, really shoddily organised, which you don't expect from the BCCI, or maybe you do, but you'd expect.
We're not going to get any Indian fans from this podcast, I
think. To be fair to them, it's a 130,000 stadium, and there was probably 30,000 there. So that would have filled up any England stadium to the max. But but having said that, the population of India is times 20 of England. So if it probably was a little light. But an 8-week tournament, it's killed it for me. I've had enough of 50 over cricket for a lifetime, I think. I don't know about literally. I don't know if we got so used to watching 20 overs or a good session of Test match cricket, but watching 100 overs in one day and the ups and downs of it, especially the ups and downs sometimes, it's just too much. It's literally so stressful.
I don't get the narrative, do you either? You miss out on it's not long enough to have a narrative that Test cricket does for a session, but it's not short enough to hold your attention for the entire time. So you kind of
I'm always doing something else.
So you watch the first 10 overs. It's the power play. It's exciting, and it's like the openers versus the openers, and then you sort of watch the last 10 because it's normally where the fireworks happen, and the sort of 30 in between is just like filler, and it's just it's hard to watch. I find it a lot harder to watch this time.
It's even more of a filler if the batting side have lost 2 or 3, maybe 4 wickets, and then the middle order have just got to try and rebuild. And then they'll try and hold enough wickets. Well, try and hold enough wickets.
The worst thing in this World Cup was I can't remember who it was who were batting for their net run rate.
Yeah,
they knew they'd lost, but they just didn't want to lose too badly.
And they went at 2 and over for 20 overs.
I feel like it was like a New Zealand or something. I don't know, but I just remember watching it and they were just crabbing it, and I was like, oh dear.
I do love games like that though, especially when you're playing in them. When you've lost the game and you're just batting 40 overs or out just to piss off the opposition. You're about 200 runs behind, and you're just like, come on, let's have a net, boys. Let's have a net.
That's normally when I come in, Mutz. That's normally when I get to the crease. Game's gone.
Oppo want to get in the bar, and you're like, no, mate, you're staying out. I am literally padding out everything.
padding the stats out.
There was so much village in it, though. There was in this World Cup. It was literally, it was all over the place, wasn't it? Some of the scores, the massive scores as well, the 400 odd scores. It got too much for me. Like I said, I watched a lot of the games, but I didn't actually sit down and watch a whole game. I couldn't concentrate for that long.
I don't think I sat and watched the whole game.
A lot of time I was in and out of them. I was doing jobs, and I was like just keep. I probably watched more of. With obviously being in England, I watched, which is sad when I watch majority of England games, but not fully. But I was in and out of them. I was with 50 over cricket. It's not the same, is it? It's just I feel like I was going in. Then I heard a wicket. Like, oh crikey! Right, and then go back again. It was like carry on what I'm doing, and maybe watch for a little bit, and then carry on with what I'm doing again.
I think I gave up after England's third defeat. It's like, we're not winning, are we?
It was the loss against Afghanistan that I sort of really realised that something has really gone wrong this tournament for England, because like when we played Afghanistan in 2019, Owen Morgan they hit like the record number of sixes in ODI. He just carted. I mean, it's different because they were playing at like Edgbaston or whatever versus playing in the subcontinent, but. Yeah, it was just. I mean, fair play to Afghanistan. They were one of the teams of the tournament for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They were just incredible. They were just incredible.
I think they got very harshly done. It's like they've been a good side for a while, and people were like, "Oh, it's a massive upset," but they've got some good players. And I think
a lot of people sleep on Afghanistan. I think it's because they look at where they are in the world. They're next to India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, like near Sri Lanka, who are obviously up and down. But like in terms of subcontinent teams, they're never going to have that kind of backing, and it's all very much like associate nation kind of feel. But I mean, they've been incredible. I mean, some of the bullying.
Netherlands and Afghanistan have got one thing going for them, that is the team spirit. The way they bond together as a team, and the amount of time that they spend as a team together is very different to any of the other big international teams. I think England have basically given all fans in England a false sense of security. The 2019 and the T20 World Cup, it almost seems like a one-off sort of era. So much emphasis was put in at that time, and then you'll see in the quiz. But looking back, like there's the one-day formula wasn't there, and it seems like I don't know for you guys, but I can't see the future in one-day cricket in England. I don't see people coming through that can play 50 over cricket. I see 20 over cricket. Go on, yeah. I want someone to argue with me.
I think there is. I think there probably is. No, I think there probably is players there. I just think that they've backed.
People are talking about Matt Dawson and William Dawson or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Coming through. Why isn't he playing? I'm thinking, bloody hell, man. Is that where we're at? Do you know what I mean?
I think should we get for our overs and have like a geriatric competitions for anybody who's like not quite good enough to get an England T20 side, not quite good enough to get a test team. Stick them in the ODI.
Butler, Stokes, and all of those, Root, they all were born out of the 2005 Ashes. And these gun players came through, and there was loads of them that just come through. But that is, I don't see that. So I was talking to someone about it yesterday in the thing, and can you see a load of good players coming through? Where are they?
There's Harry Brook, isn't he? He's a bit of a find, and he's young. He's got a good career ahead of him. Whether he'll turn out to be Butler or Stokes, I'm not sure. But I think there's probably a couple knocking around. There's that lad from Somerset who, I can't remember his name, but he makes runs for fun in the county championship. But you're right, it's not like there's not that obvious.
I mean, look at that kid Ravindra. Kid Ravindra. Wow. I mean, just wow. Oh, he's like my little nephew with his stupid hair. And do you know what I mean? He's like a little kid. You know what I mean? And he was just, the way he was playing was so brilliant. Honestly, loved watching him back.
Do you not feel that, it was probably like the last kind of swan song for some of the players to kind of retain that World Cup, obviously in the 30s, but we may, Harry Brook's probably the only kind of youngster that we gave a good chance to, but there must be some, there must be a young 20-year-old as well that if we gave a chance, they'd do a similar thing to Ravindra, because we can't just suddenly have bad cricketers. They just haven't been given a chance because
I think when
we haven't let the boys go.
I think when you win a World Cup, that team, if they still want to, those players have the right to try and defend that. I think that's now they've lost that right. I think you'll see. You've seen the team already that was announced to go to the West Indies for the limited over series there. There's a lot of big names like David Milan and things who just aren't there. It's like England cricket knows that
it is the end of an era.
Now. Yeah, and it's sad. It's like this is the only real England success I've known. It's been on top of the world in white ball until like the recent sort of last 18 months or so in Test cricket, but it happens, doesn't it? These kind of things. It happened to Australia. They sort of went in a bit of a lull as well. Now they're coming back with all their young talent now. So it's
they've won 6 World Cups pretty much. Did they? Where was that?
Well, no, I think
I have to tell myself we'll come back much.
I think Aidan thought they had a lull at the start of this World Cup.
Yeah, Aidan thought they had
I mean, they did. I mean, they did have a lull.
They played 2 of the better teams in the World Cup at the start.
Some would say that Aidan's actually responsible for them winning the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
David
Warner's obviously seen that video and it's galvanised him. You know what?
Me and my best mate David Warner.
We're going to show this lanky streak of piss on Devon what we're about.
That is, imagine if they were just sat in a chair. Look at this guy with his 3,000 followers. It's absolute nobody.
You need to tell us about
Marnus, come over here, lad.
Naran.
I just thought, poke a little bit of Aussie baiting, as Adam put it. I put a little video out saying, "Who can you imagine being Australian after they?" At the time, I mean, bearing in mind they'd just been knocked out of the Rugby World Cup, they'd lost.
Stop making excuses. Just tell us.
and the football. Look, I'm just giving you some context, boys. Because I don't just put shit out there for any old reason. But to come home after they'd won a World Cup, and David Warner to comment something like, "You've got to congratulate us." I play a very, very low level of cricket, and a bloke who's just won a World Cup wants me to say well done. It's just mind blowing to me. I don't know. It's spun me out. I was sat at work. I mean, I'll
do you like the bloke? Do you like David?
He
Warner,
wants a scrap. I hate David Warner. It was the fact that he said, as much as you've said this as well, "Oh, you're going to get loads of likes." Had likes anyway, Davey, mate. I don't need you, pal. Jog on.
It helped though, didn't it?
Hey, Craig.
If he wants to come on the podcast and be a guest, he's more than welcome to, and we will have an argument for an hour if he likes. You can come on, Davey.
Dave, he creates TikTok dances, doesn't he? So he's a content creator. So get him in the Content Cup.
Can you imagine if we turn up with David Warner in our team as Content Creators Cup?
Can you imagine me and David Warner opening the batting? The 2 comparisons of strike rates alone. Imagine. There's me crabbing at one end.
He'd run you out first ball.
Yeah,
he'd run you out first ball.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway, yeah.
So Australia win. Do you think Australia deserved to win on balance in the tournament, considering that India beat everyone?
Yeah, no, they didn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. To go for a whole tournament unbeaten and then get shattered in the last game, you've run out of steam.
I do think they choked. I think it's important. You can say Australia played very, very well, but it's hard to get past the fact that India choked massively.
The amount of pressure on those 11 lads playing for India. Honestly, I put it on in the morning, and it was just like, that big panoramic view of Modi Stadium, 130,000 people, and it was just blue. I think there was 13 Australian shirts in there, or something like that. There was 130,000, Indian fans in there. Then 1.3 billion watching on the TV, and with Australia with their 13 million. There was so much pressure. Oh God.
I'm going to shock you now. I'm going to shock you, boys, and I'm going to be complimentary to the Australians. But I feel like in that environment, the last team you want to play is Australia. When you've got the whole stadium against you. Yeah. Because
when
the Australians have their backs against the wall.
They're fighters, aren't they? We'll give them that. Australia are always fighters, whatever tournament, whatever. In the big occasion, they are ones who step up, aren't they? A lot of the time. Not always, granted. Not always.
They were proper cocky though. The last 20 minutes when they pretty much won it, and they were all celebrating and clapping in the last 20 minutes.
Oh, you would. I mean, beating India in the backyard. It's what's hard watch for me was when a wicket fell and just utter silence.
Yeah, I was going to say, or whenever
normally you hear like
or when an Aussie scored a boundary, it just went.
Yeah, it's like there's normally something. There's some opposition. There's some cheering, or even a groan. Like India's just nothing. Like when Kohli went and the wide shot, you saw people starting to leave. So there's like 30 overs left.
Yeah,
I missed all of that.
It's like Kohli's gone, we're off. It's like, where are you going? I've never heard like
that'll be the crowd next year when Mutz gets given out. They're off.
I can't. Yeah.
Munners leaves. Who's off?
The crowd though. That crowd, I think they had about half an hour or 45 minutes of cheering, didn't they, in the whole game right at the beginning when Rohit was going off. Then after that, there were just wickets going. There was I don't know, because I watched it with the Dealt With lads in that in Victoria. I mean, that whole pub was full of Indians. I walked in there and I was like, am I in the Ahmedabad here? What's going on? You know, this is in Victoria. And I was like, literally the whole but I couldn't hear the volume in the stadium, but so I guess it was very quiet. But
it was like it was on mute. Honestly, genuinely, like it felt like the presenters were having to fill dead air, almost. Like there was no sort of. They kept trying to find Australians in the crowd just to show something cheering.
The people coming out of the stands, and you only see a few on social media, but they were just not happy, were they? They were in pieces, weren't they? They really thought it was theirs. Often that it was like banker sealed. And then someone put a quote out or something. So at least it's not noisy today from the Indian fans if they'd won. There's no not because imagine if India had won, the amount of social media and the noise. At least with Aussies, they're slightly magnanimous with their victory, aren't they?
They are. No. Well, they've won it that many times.
You want to see my DMs, mate? You want to see my DMs?
Yeah, but you poke the bear with it though. You poke the bear, so what do you expect? I haven't had any. I get the odd comment on a video.
Poke the bear, but still.
When we touring Australia, we should go and tour Australia.
I can't imagine. That is one of when they're going. You wouldn't come to Australia. That is, I think, as a cricketer, you kind of want to do a year overseas in Australia. I'm not good enough. I'd have to pay myself.
I'd umpire.
the amount of bumpers I'm going to get. Just flat beamers to the face, probably.
Well, you like short balls, don't you? Anyway,
I do like short balls. Yeah. What I don't like is 75 mile an hour in swinging Yorkers and saying play that. Cheers.
They were out swingers on 8 stump. Anyway,
indeed.
Sorry to bring that memory up for you. Yeah. Sorry, I feel like I brought something up there for you.
I'm not in a good place in a minute, Mutz. You've done that to me. Go away.
So, aside from India and Australia, what's your team in the tournament? Who was the most surprised?
I tell you what I missed. I missed the West Indies.
Yeah,
I really missed the West Indies being there. I mean, I was thinking about it earlier. It's just one of those things. It just didn't feel right.
Had that flair
without the Windies there.
Definitely.
Well, they won the first 2 World Cups. Yeah. And it just there's 8 nations in there, and I don't know. This is what I'm saying. The death of 50 over cricket. Windies not playing in it is that the first nail in the coffin for 50 over cricket. I'm hearing that the Champions Trophy's in Pakistan coming up.
It is.
And India, are they going to go to that? I doubt it very much. And just been it.
They're not winning a World Cup. They might want to get some hands on silverware.
Yeah, they haven't won anything since 2011, have they? Now.
Somebody tweeted imagine how Kohli feels scoring 600 runs and not winning the IPL, scoring 500 runs and not winning the Cricket World Cup, and somebody tweeted saying, "No, I know how he feels. I've never won a World Cup or an IPL either."
I mean, he was good though. You got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Some of those decisions that wide. What was that? Was that Kettleborough? What did you think about that, Ump?
Which one? What?
So he was on 99, wasn't he? With like 1 to win.
See, when I remember that, I think I remember commenting in it. I don't think I did a video on it, but I remember somebody tagging me in it and commenting. I think actually he made at the time. I thought he made a good decision. To be fair, because when you move around the crease,
Union.
Of course I'm going to back the umpire.
Big time.
He moved around the crease a bit.
Right. Well, so I didn't mind it. If there's so much. If it was like 1 ball, yeah, give it. But there was like a good 10.
And there was also, I mean, it wouldn't be like that. He wouldn't do it because of that. It wasn't because he was trying to get Kohli's 100. Don't get me wrong. If it was a Sunday league game, division whatever, and somebody tried to bowl a wide just to stop somebody from getting 100, and there's still loads of balls, I'm not widing it. I'll try and give the lad a chance to get his 100. But on an international stage, the umpire's not going to try and aim to get the Kohli a 100. It'll be there just for the pure fact that he felt it wasn't a wide. So
I don't know. I'm sure Mr. Kettleborough got some little bit of thank you. Not saying he got bribed, but I'm saying he probably got some free gifts after the game.
No, they are elite level ICC panel umpires. They won't have done anything like that. I know what umpires are like, especially the top level ones. So, well, I don't actually know what they're like.
Tough to bribe. Tough to bribe.
You should. They'll do everything by the letter of the law. So
I don't think it's about bribing or anything like that, is it? It's just it's getting gigs, isn't it? Getting jobs, and getting paid.
He's getting the IPL final next year. Let's be honest. Let's
of course
put
he is.
it like that.
I don't know. Neither of the 2 English ones are going to get anything towards the IPL now because we've been in the final.
That contract's gone up this morning, hasn't
it? The Indian fans were booing the umpires at the end, weren't they? I didn't watch the end.
Yeah, I think the Indian fans were booing everybody. Well, they weren't booing anybody. I thought they just I mean,
I think it was shocked, which is fair enough. I mean, they steamrolled everyone.
Yeah,
nobody could hold the candle. I think ironically, I think England, one of the teams, actually ran him close.
Yeah,
limited him
and got Kohli out for a duck.
Yeah, but then we still lost by 100 runs. So they flattened it. They flattened everybody.
Honestly, when I watching it in that pub full of the whole, like I said, the whole place was full. There was this one Indian guy, and I was about to leave, and he was walking down the stairs. It was like the slowest walk ever. He was on his own, shoulders down, just in absolute pieces. And I was like, come on. I was like, and I thought, no, leave him because he's in pieces, this guy. Like, when you can see someone, have you ever seen Leon when he gets shot and he's just walking? The guy was
stumble.
Yeah, it was just, I felt for him so much. I wanted to give him a hug or something. It was just like, come on, mate.
They're so passionate, though.
I was going to say they are
so passionate.
Hugely passionate, aren't they, about the cricket?
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
wow. Yeah, they wear it out on the sleeve, and it's great when you're winning, but when you're losing, it's really, really tough.
So yeah, I really enjoyed watching the South Africans when they batted first. The rest of the time, they seem to be. I don't know. Maybe it's, but they've got a good. To me, they've got a good side. Quinton de Kock did really well. It's a shame he's not going to play any more 50 over cricket. Is he just gonna be a mercenary now and play T20 leagues and stuff?
It's a bit tight, isn't it? The poor lad's wants to feed his family, mate. So he's going to make
some
money playing cricket.
He's a quality player, and he plays for. He's 29.
Yeah, he don't get paid that much in South Africa.
No,
he is quite young. He's
quite young.
He's 29 since he was little. Yeah, he is quite young. But he was a gun money.
Yeah, I'll go with South Africa as well. Sorry to be boring and go with you, but I think they were the most watchable. There was still that aggressive kind of form of cricket, and it was just very disappointing to watch them choke yet again.
Oh, he's 30. He's 30. Sorry, he is 30. 31.
I mean,
it's still pretty young, isn't it? Let's be honest, for an international cricketer. Could get another 4 or 5 years out of him.
But he's only given up 50 over cricket. That's all. He's still playing international 20 over cricket and test matches, isn't he?
No, he's out of test. He's retired from test matches before this.
Yeah, he convinced the T20 circuit for a few years and he go into coaching.
but he's still playing T20 internationals.
Yeah,
because so I think why not?
Well,
I mean, mark my words, mate. 50 over cricket is dead.
Yeah,
it's gone.
It is.
It's gone. It's point. I mean, you can't watch it. It's too long. they've trained our brain to be unable to watch that. It was just we haven't got the time. Who's got the time to watch that and really enjoy it or whatever?
I do think if India had won the World Cup final, they would have the ICC would have retired the format, because then India could be retired as forever champions, and then they'll always have that. But I think because they lost, now it'll be back.
Well, Kohli, I mean, Kohli's number one with the hundreds. We should. That's a pretty big feat. Give it. I mean, 50, and then he had that lull, didn't he? And then he's come back with a vengeance.
I did actually put a tweet out about Kohli in India, and I said that, I don't know if many saw it, but I said, what would Indian fans prefer? Would they prefer Kohli to get 100 in the final? I know he didn't, but get his 50th 100 in the final, but India lose, or India win the final and India and Kohli get out for a duck? And I didn't get. I didn't really get much response from it. I didn't put a poll or anything. It was just they were just like, I was curious on what would do, and people never answered it. I even tweeted directly at some Indian fans who were tweeting about something else. I was like, go on, I want a response. Come on, and they didn't. So I think that says it all.
There we go for the Indian fans that we haven't lost from the start of this podcast. Let us know.
Well, I really enjoyed watching the Netherlands. I thought the Orange Army is just like the way that team play, just with absolutely no fear, and just not scared of anyone. Like you said earlier, Mutz, they play all their cricket together. There's no sort of white ball team and a red ball team, or that team is just together completely all the time, and it really shows. Like some of the fielding they did was amazing. Some of the bowling and the odd batting performance. They were never going to be contenders, were they? Let's face it. But they were just there to have a good time, and I think they did. I think there were a few games where they were just so much fun to watch. A big, obviously, support out there, which is good to see. The Associate Nations getting out to countries to support the team. But I really enjoyed watching the Netherlands. I remember enjoying watching them in that series that England had. Was it ODI?
Yeah,
they did.
But that was probably enjoyable because we spanked them for 400 every game.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Well, didn't we get close to 5? Didn't we? One game, or was it?
Yeah.
But they always had a go, and they always came back, and they always they didn't just roll over. I think they're a really good team to watch. I think they'll be one to watch.
I toured with Pacific, my club, Holland 3 years ago, and we played three games. One in Amsterdam, one in Utrecht, and one in a really posh suburb. And the people, the game that we played in Utrecht, I can't remember the club, and if they're watching, sorry, but they had the proper blazers and met us with the blaze, stripy blazers and the cap. And then when we had tea and lunch, it was a proper big affair. All the trimmings, all the bits of cricket were there. Amazing how they really love and revere the game and the traditions of it.
It's really cool.
Great. Yeah, it was a great tour. Absolutely brilliant tour. I didn't get any runs or take any catches, but it's a good tour.
Better than nightlife was enjoyable.
No, I went to bed, mate. I was in bed, ready to get a duck in the morning.
Are we getting Cricket Casuals blazers for the Content Creators Cup?
Oh, come on.
That is a little
stripy blazers.
Yeah.
Little tassels and stuff. Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
Come on, mate. Send one of your tweets out, Aidan. Work your magic. Get
we
Savile
need
Row.
Get
Savile Row. Get Savile Row, mate. Let's go to the Savile Row.
You can pop down there, can't you?
Yeah, I'll go to the thing. Yeah. You just set them up and I'll go down.
Yeah.
Come on. Someone from Savile Row.
6 minutes.
I once played a team of Western Australians. All the chaps came over. And they came over in were beautiful jackets, like black with like yellow trim and things like that, and like the WA Cricket Association logo on, and like the caps and things. I mean, they turned up and they looked the part. I mean, they looked like gun players, and there's something to be said for turning up in like blazers that just, even at village level, you sit up and pay attention.
Yeah,
it's like when teams do a warm up before the game. You're all sat down like half the team's drinking a can of Monster, the other half's hungover. A couple of them are tossing the ball between them. Some bloke's looking at his bat, and like you've got the other team doing relays on the pitch and like training game. You think, oh, it's gonna be a long day. It's that kind of vibe.
Warm ups. So 2018, isn't it? Just get on and play.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet you do warm ups, don't you, Aidan?
I have been known to do a warm up, but I feel like
are you the lead? Are you the lead?
Not anymore. Well, since we only won 2 games all season, we kind of gave up and we thought maybe doing the warm up isn't why we're losing. Maybe we're just shit at cricket.
Problem is you get all your guts to find the way in the warm up. That's the problem.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I see it. I'll get tired if I do a warm up. I want to save my legs for the game.
If I absolutely smash it around in the net before, or take it like some worldies catches, I'm not doing it in the game. Absolutely not.
Right then, if you didn't know, we are organising the biggest prize in cricket. It's not the World Cup. It's not the Ashes. It's the Content Creators Cup. And if you want to be involved, you can either enter our competition to win a spot playing with all the best creators on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. The way you do that is you can go and follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, find the competition post and leave a comment. So that means you've got 4 chances to enter. There's also roles that we've put on cricketjobs.com where you can be a photographer, videographer. Come and use your skills in the event. Boys, how excited are you for next May?
I've been buzzing for ages.
Can't come quickly enough, can it? We're all excited.
There's obviously all
I don't think I've quite grasped how big it's going to be. Like in my head, I know who's coming. I know the big names. I know the amount of organisation that's going into it. I know the amount of effort, but I don't think I can quite comprehend what's going to happen. I think I'm just going to be blown away.
A ball's going to come at you, mate, and you're going to hit it for 6. That's what's going to happen.
I'm absolutely not. I can tell you one thing for free. That's not going to happen.
We're going to make
That's got to be the aim. That has to be the aim.
We'll make it small boundaries. When we're batting, there's got to be a bit. When we make the competition rules and regulations and playing conditions, we're going to make one where we've got to have the smallest boundary.
We're going to BCCI it, are we?
Yeah, I was just about to say, are we the BCCI? We've got to the pitches. We've got the umpires. I feel like it's going to make someone's cricket career. Like they're going to, like Adam, you might take a screamer. You might reverse hit someone for 6.
You think?
And then that's you, and then from that point, you're like, oh, I've averaged 50 every year, and
I tell you what,
take them off.
I'm after 100 contract. Northern Superchargers.
Well, they're expanding to 10, aren't they? So
I'll run drinks. I don't mind.
You might get a spot in the old Metro Bank, since no one's going to be playing in it anymore.
yeah.
But nice. No, for me, obviously I've got there's a little bit extra. I've obviously been at Woodall as well in my home where I've played cricket all these years. So, and next year is actually 25 years for Woodall. So it's sort of a nice little little thing for me as well. So
it works together. But yeah, just to round that off, if you send us a message, leave a comment if you think you can help the event be successful. We're looking for sponsors, anything to help run a cricket event. If you've had any experience in that, anything to help us would be fantastic. But I think we have got our first quiz of season 2, and it's Mutz who's taken us through it. Yes. Finally, we've got him.
I'm sorry. Right, my quiz. It's going to be about the World Cup. So, pens. You need pens. These are straightforward,
I got a pen, but I got a phone.
Right, I don't know. Yeah, I think what we've got to do then is if you write it down and then give me the answers, and then we'll just move on so I can keep the points. I'll do a bonus thing as well. Okay. It's mainly on the World Cup, and as it's you lot, I've kept a lot of questions around England because I'd worry.
Are you concerned about an England bias much?
Yeah. I'm worried about these questions, to be honest. You know, hopefully you'll get a few. Right then, ready?
Yep.
Always.
Yeah.
Good.
Make sure your iPad's switched off, Adam.
I'm actually on my phone, so I can't cheat this time. Not that I cheated before.
Whoa, the accusation.
Put your foot right in it. Right, okay. Question 1. Who was the highest run scorer in this World Cup for England? Bonus if you get his average for the World Cup.
How many decimal places?
I will give you 10 seconds.
No, would it be that much? No. Right, I've got an answer.
Okay, yeah.
And I've got an average,
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Okay. Right then. So, John, since you're not writing it down,
I've got David Milan.
Yep.
And I went for an average of 46.
Okay. Aidan?
I also went for David Milan, average of 43.
Oh.
Okay. And Adam?
I went for Stokes and got an average of 30.
Jesus, how bad was our campaign?
You watched a lot of their games then, didn't you?
Because he had a couple of big scores, but he didn't do very well.
He didn't play for half of it either.
So, yeah, that's what I mean.
The correct answer was David Milan. He scored. Sorry, I put rough figures here. 400 runs, an average of 44.
Oh.
So I'm going to give Aidan 2 points there.
Yeah, he was.
I'm going to give John 1 point, and Adam's got.
I knew it was in the 40s. I just couldn't remember.
I've got an egg.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Aidan's at the top. He's never been there, has he? Right.
Stop the count.
Question 2. Who took the most wickets for England in this World Cup, and how many did he take? 5 seconds. 3 seconds.
Stop pressuring me, Mutz.
Right, let's pens down, please. Pens down. Okay, let's go. Adam, what do you want to go with?
David Willey. David Willey with 12.
Okay. No, you're just wrong. Adam, sorry, mate, 0 point. Nil point.
Don't be so harsh.
I'm trying to squeeze this pod. Aidan, be ruthless.
Adil Rashid with 14.
Can I look at your paper because you might have changed it? No,
you can have that, mate. Look at them. Look at those.
Okay, John, what have you got?
I got Rashid and 13.
So we're doing closest wins. So again, it was Rashid, and it was 15. You missed that one wicket, didn't you?
Okay, so of the heavyweights at the top here. This is
Aidan, you still got 2 points.
I got 1.
I don't know how I'm doing this. You got 1, and then you got 0. I'm really doing this badly.
Adam, start writing this quiz for next week.
Come on. I'll keep track of my own score. Much don't worry.
Yeah, keep it. All right, question 3. How many times? Oh God. Right, I've told you the answer to this already. How many times have Australia won the World Cup? 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Answers, please. Aidan.
6.
John.
6.
Adam. Yes.
He's got a point.
Everyone's got a point.
On the question that has already been asked.
I know. Would you have known it if I hadn't said it earlier in the pod?
I'd have probably gone 4 or 5, to be honest.
See, I was trying to make it a banker, so no one got 0 points in this. So I gave
David Warner told me how many times they'd won. He made sure of that.
Oh dear.
Okay, that's brilliant, isn't it? Which wicketkeeper had the most dismissals in the World Cup, and how many?
For England, or just in
general,
this World
No,
Cup?
for this World Cup. Can't. Yeah, I have to do a couple. Diversity and all that, inclusion. 3, 2.
I think I spelled that right.
1.
Did we have to say how many as well?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's for
okay.
the extra point. Whoever gets it closest is the winner.
I'm going with that.
Right, so let's go. Adam.
I've gone Quentin de Kock with 15.
John.
I've gone KL Rahul with 22.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
You're out of the game already, mate.
I'm out.
0 point. It's harsh, isn't it? This. Aidan, don't change your answers.
I went Quentin de Kock with 20.
Go on, son.
Oh.
100% there, mate. 2.
Oh.
That is exactly spot on. This guy.
Is it?
This guy, look at that.
It's almost like I'm a cricket badger, isn't it? That's
yeah. John, I think KO had 19.
Yeah.
I think it was 19.
I wasn't far off then.
No, you weren't far off, but yeah, once
That's
you got
a point,
the first
surely.
no, you got a 0, mate. Adam, you got a point.
Do I get a point for getting the name?
Yeah, you got a point, mate. Yes, in there, back of the net. Right, who we got? So that's Aidan again with 2 points in it.
Yeah.
I'm not. Can you keep your own scores? Because I'm not very good at this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we getting, did we get 2? Did we get 2 for question 3?
No.
Did we get 2 points each?
No,
Did we get 2 points each
one
for question 3?
Yeah,
No.
you got 2 points for question 3. Yeah. You all got 2 points for
Oh,
question
we all
3.
did. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So, moving on. John goes. Sorry. Right, moving on. Question 5. When was the first World Cup held?
What year?
What year? Sorry, yeah. What year?
Got it.
Cheers.
Can't backwards in 4s. Can't get backwards in 4s.
Was I the only one not alive when this happened?
Whoa, cheeky.
Do I get a clue? No, I'm not being cheeky. I'm just saying it's
okay.
Slightly unfair.
Answers. Aidan, what you got?
1972.
John.
1975.
Adam.
1980.
2 points for John. Look at that. He knew that, didn't he? He absolutely knew that. Terrible. Right.
I heard it on a TikTok earlier today.
This sort of information should just be locked in there, guys. Come on.
Well, it just reminds you, doesn't it?
One, isn't it?
Just reminds you.
50 overs.
Cricket only started after 2005.
And then John got the 2 points there. Right. Next question. Most runs for England in this World Cup. No, most runs. All right, who has got the most runs in World Cup history for England? Cumulative. So,
do you want the amount as well?
Yeah, whoever gets closest to the amount's the winner for the extra point.
I've got an answer.
Okay. Right then, John, do you want to go?
Yep, I've got Root, and I'm going with 1,089.
1,089. Aidan?
I'm not glad I haven't written anything down. I'm just going to go KP. I've fumbled this. Yeah, I know. It's all falling apart. I've got too confident.
I'm going Strauss with 1,000.
John, you are the winner.
You got it this World Cup.
I did.
Yeah, it's that you got close to the runs though, Adam, but you can't get the second part right if you don't get the first part right. Sorry, I should have mentioned that.
That's
1,004 runs.
Oh, 1,004. I thought he was a bit further along. Obviously not.
Yeah, that's what I've got here anyway.
I knew he got his 1,000th this tournament.
Like I said, I stopped watching after the third loss. So
this will be Joe Root's what? 3rd World Cup? 2nd World Cup?
Well, he had a really good one.
2015, 2019, and 2023.
Yeah, so 3 World Cups. That's a good return, isn't it? It's a really good return. I mean, but nothing less.
He is quite a good batter, so
yeah.
Mate,
don't sound so surprised.
Guys, England top scorer across the world. He's in like 35th position.
Yeah.
So
I know.
It's what it told me was basically I don't think England's ever cared about one-day cricket because there's always different players. Like all the rest of it, there's so many people like with 4,000, 5,000. Anyway, right, moving on. This is a good one. Most wickets in World Cup history for England.
Oh,
how
for
many?
England. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, come on. Think back. Come on.
I'll give you an extra point on this one. I'll give you another question. No.
Is it rogue? How rogue is it? Have I heard of it?
Yeah, you've heard of him. I hope so. You're a cricket casual. You're a pundit. You're a bleeding influencer. You better have heard of him.
Would I have seen him play? Would I have seen him play?
Really? He looks a little bit like you. Right, Aidan.
Good looking bloke. Well, after that, I was going to say Stuart Broad, but that's stupid, isn't it?
Stuart Broad, yeah?
Yeah. Just tell me I'm an idiot.
Are we going with the amount as well? Do we need the amount of wickets or not?
Yeah, the amount of wickets is good.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you want me next?
Yeah, go on, John.
I'll go Jimmy Anderson and I'll go 25.
Okay, Adam.
I'm going Flintoff and 80.
Okay. Do you want another guess? Do you all want another guess? Because you're all wrong.
Oh, this is woeful.
No, I think if we're wrong, we're wrong.
No, yeah.
So I want to drag it out. Okay. This person is 31st in the list of all-time wicket takers in the World Cup. He also has 31 wickets.
Is he a spinner or a seamer?
He's a seamer. And
is he dead?
Is one of the nicest blokes in cricket.
Is he dead? Dominic Cork?
No. He's one of the nicest blokes in England cricket.
Chris Wokes?
Yay!
Oh.
Chris Wokes. Of course, Mr. Nice Guy. I tell you what, Aidan, take that compliment. You're like Chris
How the hell do I look like Chris Wokes?
He's got a beard, didn't you? He's got a beard. That's all I saw. And I'm colourblind, and I think it's the same sort of colour.
I'll take it. I'll add that to the list. I'll take that in.
And the height. You're the same height.
Am I?
No.
Do I get a point for that?
For what? The joke or
no? For getting Chris Wokes.
No.
After much hand holding. Come on, I'm so far behind. Throw me a bone.
Yeah, I think you deserve a point for that. I'm giving you a point.
Right, go on then.
Okay. Right. Most dismissals in a World Cup as a wicketkeeper for England, and how many? And for an extra point, what number is he on the list, all-time list? So 3 points on this one.
I'm going rogue.
Okay.
So what do you want? A name, amount, and rank?
What number they're on the list, yeah. If I've got these wrong, listeners, sorry, I did this really quickly. But it's there or thereabouts, these numbers.
I've got an answer.
Okay.
Yeah,
ready? Right.
Yep.
Adam, go for it, mate.
Matthew Pryor, 65, ranked 7th.
Okay. John?
I've gone Alex Stewart, 45, and I'm going 17th.
Okay.
I feel very stupid, but Joss Butler, 32, ranked 37th.
37?
Well, I was going off the batters and the bowlers.
Adam, you got 0 points. John, you got 0 points. Aidan, you got 2 points.
Yeah, baby.
You were actually very close. It was Butler, and he's got 33 dismissals, so I've given you the point for the dismissals. And he's actually 5th in the all-time list. 5th.
Yeah.
Been around a while, though, hasn't he, Joss?
I know, but
Who's number 1? Come on.
It'll be Downey.
MS.
Downey.
No.
Gilchrist.
Nope.
Farouk Engineer.
Let me. Right, I'll do his battle action. Can you see me?
Oh, Sangakkara.
Yeah. Oh, yes. My action just looks like him, doesn't it?
Well, I wasn't. It's more the fact you were left-handed.
Yeah, all right, mate. Just like,
do I get a bonus point for that then?
Yes, you do, John. 100%.
Oh, sweet.
Right.
Can we stop dishing out points?
Yeah.
Right, number 9.
Number 9.
Okay, number 9. And final question, because I don't understand my 10th question.
Right.
Number 9.
9.
I've written it down, but it doesn't make any sense, and I don't know. Oh no, it does make sense. Okay, most catches for England in World Cups. Who and how many?
That's assuming not including wicket keepers, or is that including wicket keepers?
No, not including wicket keepers.
Okay.
Fielders. Okay, right. Answers, please. Let's go Aidan first this time.
Joe Root 17.
Ooh.
John. Joe Root 17. John?
I'll go in Root, but I was going 9.
All right. Adam?
I've gone Root and I've gone 30.
All right, you all got 0 points.
All right.
I'm going to tell you the answer in a minute. Last question. Who has made the most World Cup appearances for England?
Okay. No.
That's a question, isn't it?
That is a good one.
Okay. Right. Adam.
Butler.
And Butler, how many?
40.
Excuse me. John?
I'm going Butler, but I'm going 35.
Aidan?
I'm going Rogue. Bairstow 32.
Bairstow's a good shout.
God.
All of us?
Oh, yeah, 2 of you said the same answer.
I know.
So most appearances. Come on, think about it. Most appearances.
I did.
Someone played a lot of one-day cricket for England.
We've also said we don't play a lot of it.
And only
retired?
one-day cricket. And only one-day cricket. Just guess, mate.
Morgan?
Played T20 as well.
Bapara?
He's pretty good. Lifted a trophy in that.
What, Morgan?
Yeah.
Well, he said that. Aidan said Morgan.
Yeah. Did you say Morgan?
He did, yeah.
Not as my actual answer. But...
No, but he did say it, yeah, afterwards when he was
guessing. Okay, sorry.
Do I get a point?
Hear that.
Yeah, give him a point.
Yeah. Right, and the answer to number 9 was also Morgs.
Oh, okay.
Morgs is 9th in the all-time list, and he's got 16 catches.
Oh,
I'm surprised at that.
Yeah.
I mean, where is he? Cover. I said Root.
Yeah.
He was always at slip.
Yeah,
that's what I put Root as well.
Yeah.
I'm not going to add this up because it's pretty obvious who's won. Or do you want me to add it up?
I'll add it up.
It's obvious who's lost.
I've got 9.
It's obvious who's lost, and ultimately that's all that matters, right? Because that's who's doing the next quiz. So
basically, that's what I was going to say.
I got 11. Do you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to message David Warner and tell him to congratulate me on winning the Cricket Casuals quiz. David, come on, pal.
Oh, David, please listen to this podcast and please come on. Even if it's for 5 minutes, come on. Just so you can rip Aidan. Come on, mate.
I don't think I can take the sledging. Elite sledging, Jesus.
Oh,
we'll even if you come on, we'll make Aidan sing a verse of Advanced Australia Fair.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
To
be fair, my karaoke was very good in Benidorm while I was away. So
there you go.
Whatever happens in Benidorm stays in Benidorm, mate. What happened in Benidorm?
And that's the end of the podcast. See you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, ladies and gents, boys and girls. Another podcast all done. Thank you for getting this far into the podcast. As always, loads of stuff we've talked about. Obviously, the World Cup with Australia, unfortunately, winning it. But there we go. We can't be all winners, can we? Especially with England being so bad. thank you to Mutz for the quiz, Aidan for the update on the Content Cup, brief one. We will be having guests on during this season, I believe mainly to do with the Content Cup, and they're going to be involved in it. And we've got Adam doing the quiz, I think, next time, did we say?
I think, yeah, as if you don't know.
Yeah, so thank you all once again. All the links, obviously, in the description below. Obviously, if you are willing and able to help us with the Content Cup, get in contact on the Cricket Casuals account, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. As for now, thank you all. Thanks, gents, and we'll see you next time.